Hi, I'm Jack. Thanks for tuning into my channel. I've got over 10 years real estate experience and I've been doing the foreclosures since 2016. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to price a property and how much to bid for it at auction. Now obviously that's going to be up to you and also going to depend on if you want to rent it out when you're done with it or if you want to flip it. But here's the basic formula. First thing you're going to do is drive by the property. You're going to determine, is it vacant or not? Is it livable? What needs to be done? Then you're going to take a look at the comps. So when I'm looking at the comps, I'm trying to figure out what did other people do in the neighborhood in order to get that price. So if they, say for example, tore down walls on the inside, updated all the plumbing, updated all the electrical, fixed foundation work, you know that you're going to have a massive remodel. But if, for example, you find out that, oh, all they did was they just did paint and carpet, then it's only going to be about $7,000 to $12,000, depending on the size of the property, maybe less for a small property, so you know what you have to do. So say, for example, you find out every home in the neighborhood selling for $300,000 and they did everything to it. It was a massive rehab. You know you're going to have to spend $80,000 on the flip in order to make it worth it. Well, when you're pricing the property, you know that it's going to sell for $300,000 and you're going to have to put $80,000 into it in order to get that price. We're just using these numbers for now. You're going to have to pay a real estate agent. Maybe you have some loan that you're going to have to pay points on and fees on, and it's going to take about 4 months to flip and about 3 months to sell. You know that from the days on the market. So you're going to factor all those numbers in. Your selling costs, you're probably going to have to get a survey because you're not going to get one when you buy it. So there's a good chance an end buyer is going to require a survey. And then you're going to have to pay a real estate agent and title fees. So with the holding costs, the real estate agent, the title fees, you're going to figure out all those numbers based on a $300,000 sales price. Say that's going to be another $15,000 of all of that, maybe even more. Say overestimate just a bit, maybe $18,000. So your break-even point is going to be $202,000. Did the math on that really fast. So $202,000. If you buy it at auction for $202,000, then you break even. But you're probably doing this to make a profit. Maybe you're going to keep it as a rental and that's perfectly fine for you. But if you're going to do that, might as well just buy the home on the market for $300,000 or a similar property. That way you don't have to worry about evictions and all things like that. Speaking of eviction, if you see the property is occupied and you speak to the person and they're leaving or whatever, you might not have to worry about it. But if it looks like it's occupied, you can't get a hold of the person, or they look like they're dug in, they have dogs, they flash a gun at you, something scary that you believe this is going to be a really tough eviction, add at least 1 to 1.5 more percentage points of expenses to get them out. So on a $300,000 property, so, take off at least $4,000, $3,000 to $4,500 of expenses that it might cost you extra to get them out of the house, maybe your attorneys and things like that. It probably won't cost that much, but you never know, and they may damage the house on the way out. So your max bid at auction to break even is $202,000. Let's say it's occupied, so it's about $198,000, and you want to make a profit. So this is where you get to decide how much of a profit you're going to make. Are you going to make 10% profit or $30,000? Then you need to buy the home for no more than $168,000 at auction. But if you're going to put $80,000 into it and you're going to do this for at least 7 months, 4 months of hold time and flip time and 3 months on the market in order to get it sold to an end buyer, you're probably going to want to make more than 10%. So you might want to save those 10% or a little bit higher for those easy remodels. Maybe something that's going to cost you 10 grand to remodel and it's vacant and it's easy. But for the bigger deals, for the older homes that you have to put tons of time and money into it, make sure that you're getting a nice profit for it. One rule of thumb that a lot of people use at auction is if you're going to put $80,000 into it, maybe get $80,000 out of it. So maybe you need an $80,000 profit. So $80,000 profit, that means you're going to need to buy it for no more than $118,000. So here you are at the auction. You know you need to buy it for $118,000 and you'll make $80,000 profit in about 7 months time. So you're bidding. Now it's $100,000 up to, maybe it's between you and one other person. You feel like that person's going to leave soon and you get up to your max of $118,000. You know exactly every dollar you go above that is going to lower your profit. If you feel like they're going to jump out soon, it's up to you if you want to keep bidding. But you know, I would recommend that you're gonna have more length in this business if you buy more property. So I would recommend that you get the property even if it costs you a little bit more. Now let's say it goes up to 160,000, 170,000. Well, now you know you're almost to your break-even point to even make any profit at all. So you may at that point want to get out. But if you can get that for 118,000 or a little bit above, a little bit below, you should be making your profit right there. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or just let me know. Thank you for following my channel. Again, my name is Jack Zagunis, and this is a real estate channel about how to buy homes at auction.